all need to focus on
Tenemos que
this crisis,
enfocarnos en esta crisis
and that
y
is
voy a
hope.
hablar sobre la
And
esperanza.
I'm going to be talking about it a
Y voy
lot
a
because
hablar
there's a
bastante
lot of
sobre la
reason to
esperanza
hope, no
porque
matter
hay
how
mucha
tough it's
razón
going
para
to
tener
get.
esperanza, no importa qué
There are
tan
so
mal
many reasons.
se vaya a poner esto. Hay
Be
muchas
thankful
razones
for
para dar
all the
las
people
gracias
who are
por
helping
todas
our
las
city, all the
personas que
good
están
people
ayudando a
around this
nuestra
city, all the
ciudad,
good people
alrededor de
around
la
this
ciudad,
nation who
alrededor
are
del país que
helping
nos
us.
están ayudando.
We are not
No
alone
estamos
in the
solos.
least, and I got an
Tengo
incredible
una
experience today.
experiencia increíble hoy.
This morning
Esta
in
mañana
Queens,
en
there's
Queens
two parts really. The
son
first
dos
part was
partes.
visiting
La primera parte
our
fue
EMS
cuando
Station
visitamos la
50,
estación 50 de paramédicos
meeting some of our
y me reuní
extraordinary
con algunos de
EMTs and
nuestros
paramedics. They have
paramédicos
literally in the
extraordinarios.
last few days gone through the biggest
Realmente en los
surge in
últimos
911
días
calls in the history
ha
of New
habido
York
la
City.
mayor cantidad de llamadas de
And I got to tell
911 en
you,
toda nuestra
these
historia. Y les debo
brave
decir, estos
individuals,
individuos tan
they
valientes
were so strong
fueron
the way
tan
they were dealing with this
fuertes en la forma
crisis.
como han
They were
estado
confident.
lidiando con la crisis,
They
tienen
believe that
confianza,
their training
creen
and their
que su
partnership, their
preparación
camaraderie
y
were
su
going to serve them
camaradería
in this
y
crisis no matter
compañerismo
what.
los va a sacar adelante en esta
They
crisis,
let me
pase lo
know
que
they were
pase,
up
me
for
dejaron
any
saber
challenge,
que
and they were
están
also
dispuestos
very grateful
ante
that help
cualquier
was
reto
arriving,
y
and that's the
contentos de que
second
la
part of what I experienced
ayuda va
this morning.
llegando.
Out
Esa es
Fort
la segunda
Totten
parte.
in Queens, it's a
Fort Totten en
FEMA
Queens
staging
es
area
una
now.
estación de FEMA
And I
ahora.
met EMTs
Me
and
reuní con
paramedics came from all
paramédicos
over the nation
y todos estos vinieron de
to
todas
help
partes
us
de
in
Estados
our
Unidos
hour
para
of need.
ayudarnos en esta hora de
Folks from
necesidad. Vino
states
gente
all over. You know, at one point
de
I was
estados de todas
talking to
partes.
these
Estaba
EMTs and
hablando con
paramedics. I was
ellos
thanking
y
them on behalf of all 8.6 million New Yorkers.
a
I was
nombre de los
telling them what it
8.6
meant to
millones
us
de neoyorquinos,
that they had
diciéndoles
driven from all
cuánto
over the
ha
country in their
significado
ambulances,
que hayan venido sus
and how
ambulancias
powerful
manejando
that
hasta
was
Nueva
to
York.
us, and how that gave
Qué
us such
poderoso
a
es
good
esto
feeling in this
y
city,
qué
and what it meant
sensación
to
tan
our
linda tenemos en esta
brave
ciudad
EMTs and
y
paramedics that
cuánto
this
vale
help
su
was coming.
valor
At
para
one point, I
nosotros.
said to them, please call
Les
out
dije,
the states you're
llamen
from. And
a
I
sus
just had a
estados
shiver went up my spine. I
y
felt
sentí el
this
frío
sense,
en mi
this really
columna,
profound sense
este
of
sentimiento tan
appreciation
profundo de
and faith as I
apreciación
heard
y de
this roll
fe
call of
al
states.
escuchar
You know,
cómo
Kentucky
los otros
and
estados,
Alabama and
Kentucky, Alabama,
Indiana and
vinieron a
Illinois and
ayudarnos,
California and Michigan,
California,
one
Michigan,
after another.
un
People
tras otro
called out the
estado
names of their states
empezaron
with pride.
a nombrar en
And they
voz
were so
alta de qué
proud to
estado
be
venían
here in New York
y tan
City. And they
orgullosos de
knew
estar acá y
that
sabían,
New York City
saben
had
que
often
New
been there
York
for them.
muchas
The
veces ha
FDNY
estado ahí para
has
ellos.
been out many times around the country
ha
helping
estado ahí
other
para
parts of this
ayudarles a
country
otras partes de
during
esta nación
natural
durante
disasters.
desastres
And that
naturales.
is appreciated,
Esto
and people wanted to
es una
return the favor.
apreciación y un
So
favor
it's
que la
really
gente
something
quiere
stirring
devolver. Así
about
que
our nation at this moment, that people are rising
alrededor
to the
de
call
todo el
in such
país,
a powerful
la
way.
gente está
And
atendiendo
that
nuestro
help,
llamado de
those
una forma increíble.
hundreds
Esa
of
ayuda, esos
EMTs and
cientos de
paramedics and
paramédicos
the
que han
250
atendido,
ambulances that are
250
coming
ambulancias que
are
están
here
llegando,
already.
ya
And I
llegaron,
got to watch so
y
many of
pude
them roll out
verlas
at Fort Totten.
andando
That's
por Fort
amazing
Totten.
what that's doing
Es
immediately
increíble lo que está
to
haciendo
help us to
ahora
deal with all the
inmediatamente para
emergencies we're
poder
facing
lidiar con las
around this
emergencias que
city.
estamos
I
lidiando en
want to
la
give a
ciudad.
special shout out to two guys from
Especialmente quiero decirles
Kalamazoo,
gracias a
Michigan.
dos personas de
I had a good
Kalamazoo,
talk with them,
Michigan.
Andrew and Jeff.
Andrew y Jeff, hablé con
And they
ellos
literally
y
got in their
literalmente
rig and they got in their ambulance in Kalamazoo and drove all the way to New York City, and they were just ready to go to help us out. And so a
para
special
ayudarnos.
thank you to our friends from
Gracias a sus
Kalamazoo
amigos de Kalamazoo
for being a
por ser
part of
parte de
this.
eso. Hablé
I spoke earlier
hoy
today
con el
with the president
presidente
and
con
a
un
group
grupo
of key members of his
miembros claves
administration
de
that he had gathered. They
administración
were
que juntó
having
y
a strategy
estaban teniendo
session,
una sesión
and
de
they called
estrategia y
to
me
ask
llamaron
me
para
what was
preguntar
going on in New
qué
York
está
City
pasando en Nueva
and how
York
the
y
federal
cómo nos
government could
pueden
continue to help.
ayudar.
So it was the president,
Continuar
Vice President
ayudando el
Pence,
presidente y el
the
vicepresidente Pence,
FEMA
estaba el
Administrator Pete Gaynor,
de FEMA,
Deborah Brooks, Dr. Deborah Brooks,
la
the
doctora,
Coronavirus Response Director,
de
Admiral
respuesta
Giroir, who's the head of the Public
del
Health Service,
coronavirus,
the Equipment Czar, Peter
el
Navarro,
zar de equipos Peter
the
Navarro,
President's
Admiral
Senior Advisor,
Giroir, y
Jared
el
Kushner,
consultor
who's
jefe
obviously a
Jared
New Yorker
Kushner,
and
que es
knows a lot about
neoyorquino
the city
y
and cares
conoce
about
y
the
quiere
city.
mucho la ciudad de Nueva York, obviamente.
So we got into a very detailed
Hablamos
conversation
hoy
about where we
una
stand.
conversación bastante detallada
First of all,
de
I
dónde se
thank
encuentra Nueva
them
York. Les
deeply for
agradezco
what they did for the
profundamente por lo que
NYPD.
están
And they
haciendo.
called it Operation Blue
Lo
Bloods. I think
llamaron
that's a great
Operación
name.
Blue Bloods, creo que es un gran nombre.
Helping the NYPD to have the
Ayudándole
protective
al
gear
New
they
York
need
Police
at this
Department,
moment.
ayudándole a tener el equipo que
Deeply
necesita.
appreciate
Les
that special
agradezco el
effort the White
esfuerzo
House
que
made.
la Casa Blanca hizo.
But
Sin embargo,
the real
la
difficult part of the
parte
conversation
difícil
was
de la
talking about
conversación
the days
fue
ahead. We went
hablando
into great
sobre los
detail
días futuros.
about a number of New Yorkers in ICUs
hemos hablado
the number we
sobre
projected
el número
coming
que
up this Sunday and
proyectamos que va a
Monday.
llegar el domingo y el lunes en cuidados
The facts
intensivos. los
that were so
hechos
powerful
que fueron
and
tan poderosos
challenging
y tal
about what we're
reto
going to
de lo
face
que
next week.
esta semana se
I
nos
talked to
viene.
the
Le hablé al
president about the need
presidente
for
la
ventilators. I
necesidad de
talked to him about the need
ventiladores,
for N95
mascarillas
masks and other
N95 y otros
PPEs. I
equipos
talked
de
to him
PPE.
in detail
Le
about the
hablé en
personnel reality
detalle
and the
de
whole
la
group of
realidad
leaders
del
assembled.
personal.
The fact that
El
even
hecho
with the
de que aún
equipment,
con
you always
equipos
need the personnel,
siempre necesitamos el
all
equipo
these
médico,
doctors
todos
and
estos
nurses,
enfermeros y
extraordinary
doctores
healthcare
y
workers,
trabajadores
we need more
extraordinarios.
and more help.
Necesitamos más
I
y más
talked to the
ayuda. Le
president
hablé al
about the
presidente
expansion of beds.
de la
And
expansión
I
de
will say the
camas.
president knows
El
something about
presidente sabe
real estate
sobre
in New York City, and I talked
inmobiliaria
to
en
him
Nueva
about the
York. Yo
fact
le
that we
dije que
had
teníamos
20,000 hospital beds
20,000 camas de hospitales
just a month ago, and
hace
we're
un
going to be
mes.
adding up to
Vamos a llegar a
65,000
tener
more to handle this
65,000
crisis, and that's
más
going to happen
camas.
all in the course of
Y
about
todo
4
esto
weeks.
en el curso de 4
And I think he
semanas. Creo que
understood
él
that that will
entendió
be a
eso. Y va
Herculean
a ser un
effort.
esfuerzo hercúleo.
But I said to him, we
Herculeano.
believe we can do that,
Pero creo que lo podemos
taking
hacer.
a huge number of public
Tomando
spaces,
bastantes espacios públicos,
converting them,
convirtiéndolos,
hotels
hoteles, por
by the
ejemplo,
dozen,
docenas de hoteles,
that we can actually build out that
que podamos
capacity, but
llegar a
it
tener
won't
esa capacidad,
save us
aunque
unless
no
the
nos va a
personnel
salvar a
is
menos
there.
de que el equipo médico esté
So we
ahí.
had a very
Entonces,
good conversation. I was thankful for the
fue
help
muy
we
buena la
received,
conversación que
and I immediately
tuvimos.
told
Le
them just
dije
how much
cuánto
more we're going to need,
apreciamos y
and I
cuánto
told them
más
we
vamos a
will
necesitar
fight
y cuánto vamos
every
a pelear
minute of
durante
this
cada
crisis
minuto
to
de
get
esta
through it, and
crisis
then we will
para
turn around and
lograrlo.
give
Y que
everything we
después nos
have
vamos a
and
voltear y les vamos a
send our
devolver
heroes
para agradecer,
to other parts of
mandar
the
los
country to
héroes
help.
a otras partes del país.
And I really appreciate the conversation because it
Aprecio la
was
conversación que
detailed and it
tuvimos porque
was
fue
sober
detallada
about the facts.
Y fue sensata
But
sobre
I
los
was also
hechos.
clear with
También
them
fui claro con
that
ellos,
I believe at this
diciéndoles que
point
en
we have
este
to come to a
punto
recognition
hay que reconocer
that
hay
anything
que
short of a
reconocer
full
que
mobilization
a
of our
menos que haya una
military
completa
will not
movilización
serve
del
this nation
ejército,
sufficiently.
la
Just
nación no
going
va a
over
estar
the situation in New
beneficiada.
York City
La situación
and
de Nueva
pointing
York.
out, imagine for a
Imagínense por un
moment,
momento
we had
que
20,000 hospital
tengamos
beds. We're talking
20,000
about needing
camas.
3
Necesitamos
times more of
3
that
veces más.
just to get
3 veces
through
más de
the
los
next
20,000
4
simplemente
weeks
para
or
las
so.
próximas 4 semanas aproximadamente.
Imagine that pattern in other parts
Imagínense
of
este
our
mismo
nation.
patrón en otras partes
What
del
that's going to
país.
mean
¿Qué va a
for the
significar
ability
eso para la habilidad de
to build
poder
out our
construir
healthcare
nuestro
system and
sistema de
protect our
salud y
people
proteger a nuestras
in
personas
many places
en muchos
simultaneously? The
lugares
only way that can be achieved is with the
simultáneamente?
leadership of the United States
Solamente puede
military.
ser
They have
logrado con el ejército de Estados
the
Unidos
talent, the
que tienen
logistical
el
capacity,
talento, la capacidad
the
logística,
professionals
la
that
parte
can play a
profesional y
crucial
pueden
role.
jugar
There's
un
no
rol
other way it will
crucial o si
happen.
no, no va a pasar.
So I had a good and respectful
Tuve una
conversation with the president, but I also had an urgent conversation with him. I told him I just think this is the only way we're all going to be able to get through this and save as many lives as possible is to use the military much more deeply. I reiterated to the president what I talked to him about several times last week, the fact that we need personnel right now, and we need military medical personnel right now, and that I had asked repeatedly and in writing many times for help by this Sunday. And we had asked for military medical personnel, 1,000 nurses, 300 respiratory therapists, 150 doctors. These numbers I've been over with the President, with the Secretary of Defense, and with General Milley numerous times. They're quite familiar with the request. I had a follow-up conversation with Secretary Esper and General Milley again this afternoon. I'm going to be talking to the FEMA administrator again to reiterate that this is crucial and he will have the ultimate say over whatever military medical personnel are made available. But again, it comes down to this. This is a wartime dynamic.
De guerra. Estamos en guerra.
Everyone in
Todo el
Washington
mundo en
has to
Washington, en la
understand that
Casa
right
Blanca
now
debe
too much
comprender
of
que
what's
mucho de lo que
happening
está
is
sucediendo
on a
es
peacetime basis.
en una base
There's a
a un
disconnect,
tiempo.
and I want to just be
Hay
blunt
una
about that.
desconexión.
We're in the middle of a war. We can feel it here in New York
Estamos
City.
en guerra.
I could
Lo
feel it
sentimos
this
en Nueva
morning
York.
when I
Esta
stood
mañana,
with
cuando
those
me
good
paré
men
con
and
esos
women, those
buenos hombres, los
EMTs and paramedics
paramédicos,
from all over the nation. It
sentí
didn't
eso.
feel
No
like
sentí
business
como
as
que eran
usual. It felt like
negocios
we were in a
normales,
war and
sentí
people
como que
were
estamos en
coming
la guerra, que la
to
gente
save
está
us.
llegando hasta acá a
We need a
salvarnos.
lot more of
Así que
that,
necesitamos
and other
más
parts of the country will
esto.
need the same.
Y otras partes
It's
del país
not
también
going
lo
to
van a
happen
necesitar. Esto
unless we
no
get
va a
on a war
suceder a
footing.
menos
So it's
que
the mobilization of the
entendamos que
military
estamos
for
en la
sure.
guerra. Hay que movilizar
But I
el
also think
ejército.
we have to remember in the wars of the past when we
seguridad.
were
En el pasado,
really
cuando
fighting for the
estábamos
survival
realmente
of our
peleando por
nation and our
la
ideals,
supervivencia del país
we
y de
called
los
upon all
ideales,
Americans to serve.
hicimos un
And I
llamado a
think
todos
it's
los
time for
americanos a
that
que
in a
vinieran a
different way
servir.
now.
Hoy
I
en
think
día
it's
es un
time
poco
for our
diferente, pero
nation
creo que es el
to enlist
momento
our medical
para que el
personnel
país
on a national
enliste al personal
basis. We
médico
don't have
a nivel
the same
nacional.
kind of
No
draft we used
tenemos
to
el
have,
mismo número que
but we're going to have to
teníamos
create something new right now,
antes
at this moment in
gente,
history,
pero vamos a tener
to
que
enlist
crearla
all
nunca antes
available
en la
medical
historia.
personnel from
Todo el
around the country,
personal
and I
médico en
mean
el país,
civilians.
me refiero a civiles,
Anyone
cualquiera
with medical
que tenga
training,
entrenamiento médico
anywhere in the
en
country,
cualquier parte parte del país
who
que
can be
pueda
spared, by their
que su
city, their
ciudad
town,
y
their state,
su estado
to
los
come to
pueda
the front.
mandar a
And right
venir a
now
la
it's New York
línea al
City. We
frente,
see
que
it
es
starting
Nueva
in some
York,
other
y ya
cities
vimos
as
que
well,
está
but I
empezando en
guarantee
otras
you
partes del país,
all
pero
50 states will
en un
have
momento
their
dado
own
los
battle.
50 estados tendrán su propia
The only
batalla. La
way
única
we're going to
manera
get
que
through this
vamos a
truly, if we're going to
atravesar
save
esto
every life we
y
can
salvar
save,
cada vida que
it
podamos
means taking health
es
professionals of every
que
kind,
vengan
with every skill,
profesionales de
every
cualquier
training,
habilidad, cualquier
no matter where
entrenamiento, no
they are in
importa
their
dónde se
career,
encuentren en su
and
carrera
enlisting
médica,
them in a national
y
service,
entren
creating something we
a
just
servir al
don't
Estado,
have right
porque
now,
no
but
lo
we
tenemos
could
ahora
have, and we need to
y
have.
lo tenemos que tener.
So that's what I
Así
talked
que
to
hablé hoy de
the
eso con el
president about, the
presidente
Secretary of
y el
Defense, General
secretario
Milley,
de Defensa,
going to a
General
place
Milley.
we've never been
Llegar a
before
un lugar
because
donde
we are
nunca hemos
actually
estado
dealing
antes,
with
pero
a
estamos
crisis
lidiando con
we've
una
never
crisis que nunca
experienced
vivimos
before, and we
antes
have
y
to
tenemos
innovate.
que
We have
innovar.
to see
Tenemos que
possibilities
ver
that we just didn't see
posibilidades que no
before
habíamos visto
if we're going
antes,
to
si es que
really protect
realmente
and
vamos a
serve the American
proteger
people.
y servir al pueblo
So I
americano.
hope
Así que
these
espero que estas
conversations will
conversaciones
lead us
nos
to another
lleven a
place
otro
because
lugar.
right now I've been really
Nos lleven a
honest
algún lugar
about
porque he
the
sido muy
numbers, and I do
honesto
want to
sobre
give the
los números.
president credit.
Le
I
doy
told him the
crédito
numbers,
al
and I could
presidente.
tell
Le
there were
dije
some real
los verdaderos
silences during the
números, se quedó
conversation, some
callado.
real acknowledgement
Él
of just how
reconoció
tough it's going to be in the
de
weeks ahead in New
lo
York City.
difícil que va a ser en
But
las
we know
próximas
there's
semanas
other
en Nueva
places
York.
about to face this
Hay
same
otros estados
reality.
que van
If we're all
a pasar
starting
por
to
lo mismo que
fully,
estamos pasando.
deeply
Entonces,
recognize the
si
extent of the
realmente
crisis, then let's
empezamos a
act like
entender la
one
profundidad de la
nation,
crisis
fight this
como una
crisis
nación y
together,
la peleamos
enlisting
juntos,
everyone possible
llamamos a
into this
todos a
cause,
venir a
whether they
servir
be
esta
the men and
causa,
women of our
hombres y
military and our
mujeres de
reserves,
las
or
reservas
whether it
del
be
ejército
civilians
o
who could
civiles
bring
que
their
puedan venir
extraordinary
y traer sus
skills to bear
habilidades
where needed
extraordinarias donde
most.
más las
It's time for
necesitamos.
that in this country.
Es tiempo que hagamos eso en este país.
I did talk to the
Hablé con el
president
presidente
about the
sobre
ventilator
la
situation,
situación
as
de
I mentioned,
ventiladores,
and
como les expliqué.
the 400
Los
ventilators
400
that we found out
ventiladores que
late
encontramos
yesterday
ayer
would be coming in time and be in
van
place
a-
by Sunday morning.
van
That
a
was the
empezar a
number
funcionar
I
el
mentioned
domingo por la
yesterday that we
mañana.
absolutely
Ayer
had to have
dije,
to ensure we
tenemos
could
que
protect
asegurarnos
everyone in
de
need.
proteger a todos los que lo
Those ventilators
necesiten.
came out of the federal
Estos
allotment that went to New York State.
ventiladores
I want to thank both the federal government and FEMA
del
and New York
gobierno. Le
State
quiero agradecer
for
al
quickly
gobierno, a FEMA
making
y al
those
Estado
400
por
ventilators available. So
darnos estos 400
the
ventiladores.
good news is
Buenas
we will get
noticias,
through Sunday. But the tough
atravesaremos
news
hasta
is
el
what I
domingo.
told you yesterday
Lo
is still
difícil
true.
es lo
We
que
will
les
need
sigo diciendo. Vamos a
2,500
seguir
to
necesitando
3,000 more ventilators
2.500
next
a 3.000
week,
más
during
ventiladores la
next week
próxima
to get
semana
through
para
next
poder
week. I
atravesar
explained this to the
la
president and
próxima
his
semana. O
entire
sea, cuando él
leadership.
dice domingo es
And
hoy.
everyone heard it and everyone took it
Todo el
seriously.
mundo lo sabía,
I said,
nadie
I'm
lo
not going to
tomó
sugarcoat
en
this. It's
serio.
a very
Y yo dije, no
tough
lo voy a
number to
maquillar,
reach.
es un número
I
difícil
know
de
everyone's
llegar. Sé
fighting
que
to get more
todos están
ventilators,
luchando
create
por
more ventilators,
crear, encontrar
manufacture
más
them.
ventiladores,
But
manufacturarlos.
for
Pero
all those
para
folks
todas
who are
estas
about to arrive in
personas
hospitals around
que
the
están
city,
por llegar a los
whose lives
hospitales
we must
enfermos,
save,
estas vidas que debemos salvar,
their simple need is not for us to
su
talk about it, but
necesidad
to find those ventilators somewhere, somehow. And I put
es que
that
hablemos
clearly on
sobre
the
los
table.
ventiladores. Y yo hablé de
And
esto.
said to the leadership of our nation that it is,
Le dije al
I think,
liderazgo
a
de nuestra
national priority
nación, es una
to
prioridad
find those
nacional
2,500 to
encontrar
3,000
estos
ventilators and get
2.500 a
them to New York
3.000
City
ventiladores, traerlos a New York
over
City
the next 7 days.
en el lapso de los próximos
So,
7 días. Así
We
que
talked also here
también
in New York
hablamos
City about
de-
other tools we're going to use.
sobre otras herramientas que vamos
The
a usar
BiPAP
en Nueva York,
machines,
máquinas
which
de
are something that
BiPAP,
could be
que
really
podría
helpful
también ayudarnos
in ensuring
a
that for some
asegurar
patients,
que algunos
they can be kept off
pacientes,
the ventilators, or at
en
least for a
vez de
period of
estar en
time.
ventiladores, estén en la máquina
We're getting
BiPAP.
some of those in. We're
Los
training
estamos
staff on how to
trayendo, le
use them.
estamos
That will be
ayudando
a
al
part
equipo
of the
médico
equation that
a
will help as
usarlos
well.
y eso será parte de la ecuación.
The fact is,
El hecho
people
es
want to
que
help
la
us, as
gente
I
quiere
said, from all
ayudar,
over the
como he
country.
dicho.
If you can
Si
help,
pueden ayudar,
anyone
gente en
out
todas
there, if you
partes del país,
can
si
help,
pueden ayudar, por
please
favor,
go to our
vayan
website,
a nuestro website,
nyc.gov/help now,
nyc.gov/help.
or call
Ahora,
833
o llamen al
NYC
1833
0040.
NYC
Folks all over the nation want to help, or
0040. Gente
particularly
en
if there's
todas partes
anybody
del país
anywhere has a
donde
ventilator they can
estén,
get to us.
quien tenga un
That is
ventilador.
particularly important.
Esto es
Anyone who's
muy
a
importante.
medical professional who wants to come
Si
here
hay
and
un
help us,
profesional
we
médico
have the
que quiera
accommodations.
venir, les
We will
daremos
immediately plug you
acomodaciones,
in. We need your
inmediatamente
help
los
right
pondremos
now.
a trabajar, los necesitamos ahora.